Hey guys, what's going on? Tom here from Gummy Games, back with another statue tutorial. Today we are continuing the South Park collection in the form of a stand statue. This was designed by TawnyCashew himself. Big shout out to him, and thank you very much for letting me use this design in a tutorial. So this is continuation again of the South Park collection. That does not mean that I've stopped the crew and stopped the Rooster Teeth collection and stopped all the other statue collections I've started but never finished. It just means that I'm starting this one because it's a nice simple one. It consists of around 5 statues, so it's a small little collection that I can do, finish and complete, and it is just a nice break from doing some other statues such as the YouTuber statues. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this. On screen right now you should be seeing screenshots of it in the different texture packs available on the console editions. If you haven't already, leave a like if you find it helpful and subscribe and join the pack. And yeah, final point, if you could and you have a Twitter account, please head over there and follow me at Gummy Games. It would be much appreciated. It's where I interact a lot with viewers and also take suggestions. It's probably also the best way to contact me because I check it on a very regular basis. Also, it's a lot more better than the YouTube comments. So yeah, that's about it. I'm not going to ramble anymore and I'll head on into the tutorial. Hopefully you'll enjoy. Okay guys, so let's get straight on into the tutorial. The blocks you'll need to build the stand statue are the following. You'll need black wool, blue wool, red wool, brown wool, spruce wood log, mushroom block, which you do get by mycelium. Put a mushroom on a piece of mycelium, bone mill it and mine it with silk touch pick in survival is what I meant to say, and that's how you obtain the mushroom block. That is going to change in 1.8 for PC, so this tutorial may not be available for some people on PC in the near future unless Mojang change it. That's unfortunate, but anyway, that is the block of choice. You can replace it with what's it called, birchwood planks, but ideally mushroom. You use oakwood planks, white wool and a map if you're lazy like me and can't be bothered to count. So yeah, if you need to, pause here and get the materials ready, and I'm going to start. Okay, so you start off by building an 8 long line out of black wool, like I've done, and then you double it up like so. Right now you should have a 2 tall 8 wide shape, like so, out of black wool. On top of that we're going to build up 10. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 using blue wool, and we're going to do that all the way across until we form a 10 by 8 area of blue wool. Now in total, once you filled this in, it should be a 12 by 8, so 12 tall 8 wide rectangle. It's about to say square, it's not square, it's a rectangle of wool, and that is the legs of the character complete, and that is nice and simple, and that generally sums up what this statue is. It's very simple, much like the other South Park characters we've been doing. Okay, so moving on to the body, now what we're going to do is come up here, on top of this blue, from left to right, we're going to place 4 brown, 1 spruce log upright. Do not place it sideways like that, we want it upright, and then 3 brown wool. Now on top of this spruce log, we're going to go up 11, I'm just going to randomly take that and take a wild guess, 1 off. So as you can see, if you're doing this on PS3 or Xbox, it should be Y29 if you're on super flat, and down here should be Y17. If you're on PC, it should be 1 below, so that's Y16 and Y28. That's an easy way of not having to count how many blocks you're placing, and it's just working with general dimensions and numbers so that you don't have to count. It makes life easier, essentially. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go on to the second row. We're going to place 2 brown, 1 spruce, and then 1 brown. Now what we're going to do, on top of this 1 spruce, we're going to go up 2 using brown wool, 1 spruce, up 2, 1 spruce, and then up 2 using brown wool like that. Then what we're going to do is fill the rest in up to that level. So you should have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe, with the brown wool and to fill it in. So it should look like this so far, and on the other side of the brown line, or should I say the spruce wood line, we can do the exact same, just bring it up to the same height like so. Okay, let's punch them away. So right now you should be at Y27, just to avoid confusion, like that. So right now you should have a 22 blocks by 8 wide rectangle like so. If you need to, pause here. What we're going to do now is we're going to place 1 brown, 6 red, and 1 brown, and then the next row and final row we place 8 red like so. So when I said originally go up 11 using spruce logs, I was incorrect. and could have explained it a bit better. You in fact only go up 9 because the top 2 layers are in fact solid red, like so. So right now you should have a 24 by 8 rectangle like this. From that top blue block layer to that bottom black layer is 12 by 8. From that bottom brown to that top red is also 12 by 8. So if you need to, pause here and catch up, otherwise I'm going to move on to with the arms. Okay, so we come to the bottom here of this brown, and we go forward to the left using red and forward to the right using red, like so. And then we're going to build up 11 using brown wool on each arm. Each arm is the exact same, so nothing changes there. Once you've done that, you have completed the front of the statue, arms included, and you should have a area that is 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms, and 24 tall. Okay, so let me just quickly finish filling this in, and I'll show you what it should look like, and then we'll move on to doing the sides. Okay, so as you can see, this is what it should look like. If you need to, pause here and catch up. Otherwise, I'm going to move on and try and keep a nice pace to this tutorial because there's no need to spend too long. It's a nice and simple statue to do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go around to the right side of the statue and extend it out backwards 3, lisping a bit there, apologies, using black wool. Next row we place 1 black wool, so there should be 2, so it goes 4, 2, and then the rest is blue wool. So we build up 10 up using blue wool on this side, and then 11 up on the next 2 parts, like so. The other side is the exact same, so we go around to the left side and do the exact same as what we just did. So place the 3 black and then the 1 black, up 10 using blue, up 11 using blue, up 11 using blue. So it should look like this. This is the left side, again 12 by 4, and the right side 12 by 4. Okay, so for the hands and the arms, what we're going to do is extend this red back here, backwards 3. So if you look from down below, it should be a 4 by 4 square like that. It should come in line with this, down diagonal to that blue, but it should not connect like that to the blue. That is not right. For the other side, we do the exact same. Both arms and legs are the exact same, which makes things nice and simple. And then on top of that, we're just going to build up 11 again using brown wool, which again, hate to repeat myself, is very, very simple. For the other arm, again the exact same. And after you've done that, we can move on to the back of the body and the back of the arms, like so. Okay, so just for a quick reference, if anyone needs to pause, that's 12 by 4, so 12 tall, 4 wide, 1 layer of red, 11 layers of brown. That's the left side, and the right side. The reason why I keep on going on about dimensions is I know some people get confused sometimes when I rush through things like this, because there's real no need to be spending a decade talking through the statue when it is so simple and is so easy to do. In reality, I'd rather just speed through it and give you guys the opportunity to pause and catch up, give you guys all the necessary information you need to build this, such as the dimensions, and you should be fine. Okay, so now what we're going to do quickly before it goes night time, we're going to fill in the 6 wide gap using black wool. On top of that, we're going to build up 11 using blue. And then after we've done this, we're going to quickly take a nice nap so it's nice and bright and we can see better, which is awesome, because not seeing just kind of sucks for tutorials. I mean, it always comes out darker in the videos as well, so it's just generally an all-round bad experience for everyone, I guess. Okay, so right now you should have a 12 by 8 square, I keep on saying square, rectangle, that should look like this. 1 layer of black and 11 layers of blue. That's 8 wide, but I said 6 wide because you've already done 1 each side. That's, yeah, you get the gist. Okay, so I'm going to sleep quickly, as I just said, and then we're going to move on to the super hard part, which is filling in the back solid brown wool. Now you have to follow this very closely and pause very frequently, because as I said, this is probably the hardest part of the statue so far. So what we're going to do is build up 11 using brown wool. And this is super tricky, so make sure you follow carefully, like so. And if you followed that well, then it should look like this, and you are doing fantastic. Other side is the exact same, like that. And again, if you've managed this so far, you're doing great. So I'm done with the sarcasm. This is super easy, as you can see. It's just filling it in solid brown wool. What we are in fact going to do though on the middle chest part is only build up 10 rather than 12 using brown wool, and leave a 2 high gap at the top, So I must stress you do have to leave a 2 gap at the top on the middle part. So the middle part is not this arm part, so the arms are 4 wide, so you count 4 in from each side, and there should be an 8 section long that is only 10 high using brown wool like this, and it should be left looking like this. Now again, like the front, we place 1 brown wool there and 1 brown wool there, and then the rest is just red wool. So the row below is 6 red wool, the row above is 8 red wool, and for the top of the statue, the shoulders, we just fill it in solid brown wool like so. Okay, so once you've done that, you've completed the body, and we can move on to the head. So I'll give one quick spin around just in case anyone wants it, of what it should be looking like so far. So this is the front, the right side, the left side, and the back. There you go. Okay, so this means we can move on to the head now, which again is not too difficult at all. So let me just double check how long this tutorial has been so far. 9 minutes roughly, 10 minutes. So that's a nice pace, I think that's good enough. Let's go on to the head and try and finish this as quickly as possible, because as I must stress, this is really not something that should take too long. Okay, so going to the left side, we're starting at the front, which is where this spruce wood is. Go to the left and count 4 to the right, and on the 5th block, which should be a red block, we're going to place a mushroom and bring it 2 forwards. Same for the other side, so you go to the right side, count 4 to the left on the 5th one, which should be this red block again, place a mushroom and bring it 2 forwards. Now what we're going to do is bridge the gap, so it should be a 6 wide gap, 6 by 2. We're going to bridge that using mushroom blocks, like that, and that creates an 8 by 2 area with 2 blocks overhanging like that. And that is the base of the face, or the front of the head. Now what we're going to do is extend it backwards 5, again using mushroom blocks, and it should overhang the back 2. Do that both sides, and again bridge the gap using mushroom blocks, and that will form an 8 by 8 square, which is the base or the frame of the head, and that gives you the general structure that you can follow throughout building the head. Now each side of the head is 8 by 8, so it's 8 by 8, 8 by 8, 8 by 8, 8 by 8, and then the top is also 8 by 8, so it's nice and simple. It's a nice cube shape, which makes things nice and easy. Okay, so going back around to the front, enough rambling. We go from left to right, we count 3 in, 4th and 5th block. There should be 3 either side. We punch them 2 middle blocks out and replace it with oak wood planks like so. Next row, we place 1 mushroom, 2 white, 2 mushroom, 2 white, 1 mushroom. Next we get the white and we place a 2 by 2 like that, and on the other side the exact same, so it's mirrored. And in this 1 block wide, 2 high gap, we place 2 black like so, either side. Now you should be left with a 2 by 2 square left in the middle. Again, that's just mushroom blocks. And right now you should have an 8 wide, 4 high shape like this. It should overhang the front 2, I must stress, and should look like this. Now for the next 2 layers is just 8 red, like that, and for the final 2 layers is 8 blue. Once you've done that, you've completed the front of the face and the main detailed part of the head. So if you need to, pause here and catch up, but I'm going to move on to the other sides. So normally the way I go about this is doing it side by side, but again, like I did in the Cartman statue, it is the exact same all the way around. So all the way around it's 4 high using mushroom blocks, except from this 2 white here and the 2 white the other side. So it's 4 high, so the 1 block we've already placed, and then build up 3 using mushroom blocks, and that is the exact same all the way around the statue. So that means I can do it all at once rather than going for it side by side. At least I think that would be easier. Okay, and then on top of that we do 2 rows of red, again all the way around. And you guessed it, on top of that is 2 rows of blue, but I'll get to that in a second. That's me just filling this red wall here. And after you've done that successfully, each side should be an 8 by 8 square times 4, that's 4 sides. And that leaves you just the top of the head remaining, and that puts us very close to completing this tutorial in nice timing. Okay, so just for anyone that does want me to pause and let them catch up, this is the front, an 8 by 8 square. The right side, the back, and the left side. Okay, so all that leaves us with is the top of the head, and this is not it's not hard, but there is one thing you do have to pay attention to. So what we're going to do is count 3 in, and on the 4th and 5th block we're going to place a 2 by 2 square like that inwards, and we do that on each side like so until you create a general shape like this, like a checkerboard pattern. Just pause here if you need to catch up. So there should be 1, 2, 3. Place a 2x2 square there. 1, 2, 3. You get the general idea, hopefully. Now, in these 4 squares surrounding, not the middle one, we're going to fill it with solid blue wool. I probably could have explained this a bit simpler and just said just fill it in apart from a 2x2 gap directly in the middle. So generally that is all it is. There's a 2x2 square gap in the middle, 3 from each side, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that 2x2 square, we just place a 2x2 of red like that, and that is the statue complete. Now again, I apologise, I pretty overcomplicated that at the end, but anyhow, that is it done, and that is the statue complete. If you've done that correctly, you should have a stand statue like this, probably accompanying your Cartman statue if you've watched that tutorial. If you haven't, I suggest you do. It's a decent tutorial, I think, and if you've enjoyed this, you'll probably enjoy that. So if you have enjoyed this, definitely consider leaving a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and join the pack. Again, hopefully I'll see you in a future tutorial. Until then, I've been Tom, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Bye.
Pull my heart out of my chest, train my mind so I forget. Sink your teeth into my bones, dig me out, then fill the hole. Tear me apart.